for the new Freetown airport based on this table while they show us. So now we can follow briefly. So this cost analysis is done in US dollar. Okay. So with the assume say the cost for land is free. Suma brothers not pay penny. Shishi and not pay for them. Why again? Of course, this is not the country where they can build the airport one, so it not be necessary for factor than the inside as cost. So now free. Imagine land don't turn free. So now we give Suma brother the land. I don't know whether now we give ourselves the land, but anyway, now they can build the airport. Now they're responsible for the airport now until in 25 years' time. So therefore we can say the land we give them until after 25 years when we shall have owned the airport. For now, the airport is a land-lease agreement, if you like. I don't know if you know whether I describe it in the right way, but it's the deal, a good deal. And this is the case that we are trying to make here tonight. Cost for stone and Sansan, una no say Salon, we are massively blessed with some stone than way the rest of the world want. The rest of the stone than way the world want. Granite, this stone, that stone, to a point where part of we export now, even though it's not been made public, because it benefits a few, now stone. Chinese man, they can't buy stone. Other country, they can't buy with stone. We get then granite stone, the way that they use for buildings, and we can take 200-300 years. That's the kind of stone that we get. And they can then cut and they shape them because they get modern machinery. You know, we can ship them and then pack them in a ship and take them away. So obviously we are blessed with that. And everybody know about with beaches. Now one of the things then where we can bluff with, we get fine sand. Fine sand. So two major things that we then need, or the three major things that we then need for begin the airport in the first place, we now the sand, now the stone, and the land, they not pay shishi for them. Harara. No. Until we see the agreement, the cost, for sure say land was paid for. Land was paid for. Of course, we will see all the deeds. Until we see stone and sand was paid for. All the receipts. For now, we hold on to this view, say, they not pay a penny for that thing there. Cost for transporting stone. This is where the cost begin now. Outside and begin actually they spend money. For transport stone and sand. And let remember say, these are approximate costs, but costed on a professional basis by professional people, and we know exactly what they are doing. We know what they are doing. So this is $1 million. $1 million for the cost for transport stone and sand. Inside it, they also factor fuel, and this $1 million, they factor fuel and the wear and tear of them vehicles them where they transport the essential item there for the construction of this airport. Shipping cost to bring materials used into Sierra Leone. I hope so now they follow the table. This is no secret. We want for let this program be interactive, and there is more of this to be shown. Shipping cost for bring the material then we didn't get for use the one they will not get. Remember say we get stone and sand and one have you, so that they are free plus the land are free. The only thing we was paid for, assumably, and if you were paid for, you see the cost the $1 million. Then a fuel, and then the cost for the motorcar where they transport anything and they for wear and tear, just in case anything will happen. Of course, go can the tire they eat up, the motorcar itself they eat up over a period of time. So you pay for that, you factor them inside the cost. So the shipping cost for materials, the more we not get a saloon, we don't get for use for building the airport. We probably have the steel beam, the iron them, the roof, any material we will not get at home. So for bring them come. So when a ship now get for bring them come, obviously we talk about 100 container, and we say one container we price them at 10,000 per container. And this now a reasonable cost. And the reason why I say reasonable cost is we want for belief say these were all done free of charge. Free of charge. And this is part of the deal, Fambulem. This is why we need for listen keenly. But just for allay the fears, the Thomases, the doubting Thomases, we say 10,000 per container. I mean, this is fair enough. We don't say container cost way past this. I used to ship containers before. Yeah, I used to be in the business. So I know almost them in the chapel down Nawataki. Millions. Yeah. But if you convert 10,000, remember I said this is $10,000 now they talk about it. If you convert them, that again is being very, very generous because 10,000, I don't know what's in at the present rate, but it will amount to the kind of money we then go charge people them for ship. And these are the benefits of the doubt because in this kind of deal, we suspect say, either now free for bring them container and they, like we NGO then they bring container, then charity organization. Now free, now they bring come. Because this is what governments kind of do. So even if government was to charge them people there per container, it wouldn't be the normal price. There would have been some discounted rate because while two they do business together in which would expect a win-win and you the benefit, me the benefit. I hope say we get that from them. We also look at custom for clear container. We also believe say government waive the custom. Government waive the custom. And if we go back to the 10,000 for the shipping cost, the reason why I say that was almost free, we they assume saying a government na in pay for that day. But let's be fair enough, because you ship them goods then they into the country, then you go get for pay for them because you use a foreign ship. So we'll put it 10,000 day, $10,000 per container. And we talk about 100 containers because we don't factor the amount of materials that were brought into the country for use for that building day. And this is not a magic. You know, say for build the building, you get engineers where they draw plans, where they tell you meter by meter, feet by feet, inch by inch, what will be used, how they will be used, and the quantity. This is where the quantity survey come in. It's a profession. Then, just come back again quickly to what we call customs. This is where I believe, and what I talked earlier on now about how you call them, NGOs. And this is where they get a waiver by the Sierra Leone government because this is about Sierra Leone government business. So you can see 0 day. So please don't get it twisted. When I talk about the containers, 100 containers at a cost of 10,000 per container, where I say waived. No, not waived. When they bring the material, then we will not get a saloon. I just don't correct that. Because I know say some years them, the critical one them, we not get no good mind. One for say, well, you see, not point into all the good things and constructive things that we're saying. Yeah. So anyway, let us not belabor on that. That's sorted. And the waiver by Sierra Leone government, done a custom. Sierra Leone government can waive that. And we're supposed to then waive that and not charge the company. Customs for clear equipment, machines, and vehicles. Now, waive than the government, the waiver. Cost of all fixtures and fittings. Una go sabi, those of una we don't build house before, or we don't be contractors for build house. When they talk about fixtures and fittings, that means the house done. Once they done, that skeleton day, they don't cover, window they don't day. So you talk about for put tile, for paint, for put timber under, the wooden floor them, the domot them, the window them, the lighting them, the table them, the chair them. So fittings and fixtures, and I will add furnitures. Okay, that it don't cost roughly about 6 million. We are certain that the Suma Group will be able to provide, the Suma Group will be able to provide the original copy. Obviously, everything I say, this is the question that we ask. For now, these are our estimates. Yeah? These are our estimates. So we talk about cement for make blocks. So when I can see, we get almost 2.5 million. And remember, say this cost now in dollar. Let not forget, all this costing is in dollars. Okay? So the cement for blocks cost almost 2.5 million. So 5,000, 5 million blocks are 16 blocks per bag of cement. Total bags don't give you 327,500. Let me just round up to 28. We just want for this specific here. So if you look at waiting, the report show is materials that we use, the retail price used in Sierra Leone, and not a wholesale, then deliberately come up with 150,000 oleons, which amounts to about 7.5 United States dollar per bag. Again, if you've been on bill O's and you know O's, so you kind of conversant with a bag of cement, this is the breakdown. And at the same time, it's a little bit technical in the sense that they use two money in the country. Strange times, isn't it? Strange Sierra Leone nowadays. So two money. So expert labor for consider and factor all in there, whether na old money and new money, what it go cost, what the item go cost. So cement for laying the blocks, you get 937,500. So if 125,000 bag of cement for lay 5 million blocks, yeah, at 40 blocks, where you lay with one bag of cement, the graph did for let una self they follow. It's not secret. So if the retail price again was used or is being used for a bag of cement, it obviously amounts to about $7.50 per bag. We will be in Leones, and remember I said that we don't factor them in Leones at the time, but again, with currency they fluctuate all the time. But 150,000 to the old Leones, it amount to $7.50 per bag. Okay, cement for plastering and flooring, una can see on the another 937,500, and the cost of cement again, of course, at the same cost. And there's an assumption that in this particular case, when they talk about plastering the floor, remember I say the people we all understand the difference between the floor, the inside, and the outside. Plaster in general, outside they eat more cement. Outside you get for plaster more, outside you will spend more cement for plaster more. So there's a general assumption in this case that less plastering was done, as most of the walls are not cement wall. So the same cost again in terms of US dollar. We'll go to iron rod quickly. Iron rod and other iron, the way they use on the airport, and the airport of them kind, they use many kinds of iron and different types of iron rod. They talk about sizes. Okay, in fact, I think the size can imply the kind of iron rod: 2 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch. The one that we build, they know this, but it come again at different cost. So you can see roughly at 2,750,000, that amount to about $550 per ton. And if you multiply that by 5,000 tons, then of course that will give you 2,750,000 dollar. That would be the cost for iron rod and other iron them at 5,000 tons. So you multiply them by the cost per ton, which is 550 times 5,000, it gives you roughly $2,750,000. You get the computer systems and TV screens. We all go know say when it come to airport, a full of them TV screen them and computer system modern airports. Well, modern or not, they're full of them in there. So the more modern the airport, the more sophisticated the system is. Computer system, IT generally, and then TV screen them for the watch now, TV for see you itinerary and etc. and other information them where they can likely demonstrate now the airport in day. Now on then TV screen in day. So we look at they spent roughly $300,000. That's what will have been spent on computer system. And why? Because you look at a unit, you see each unit it costs something like $1,000, and the assumption here is it cannot be more than 150 units used, and this also include the servers and the softwares. I mean, this is something that you can do general estimate about. Like I say, you get professionals where they count almost iron rod where you spend now. Looking at the size of the building, the length of the building, the width of the building, the material used can be determined, and therefore you will also know the cost. So therefore you can cost them. Hence the terminology quantity survey. People go to schools, you don't know universities, and learn all of these things. So that's the reason why. So you look at the size of the airport, when you can determine how many people let me they take. This is, of course, to those of us who don't know, it's more like very complex. To those who know, this is a simple task. So anyway, 150 units assumably was used. And this includes server and software. So that amount to $300,000. Now let me go to baggage carousels. Baggage carousels, we know that thing where they pull the thing come on, we baggage them inside the plane, where then they put another conveyor belt, now in the carousel, where they go round and round, where all man, where you don't come down, you don't go through the process, you go grab your bag. So we all go team up around there, as they go round, and then you grab your bag, where you see your bag. Carousels, we say $70,000. And this is based on Internet Alibaba. And we get estimates that each one will cost 35,000. How many we get? If we say total cost now $70,000, which means that we get 2 carousel at the airport. So it's not very big airport per se, So they come back to the money. So 35,000. And remember, say for the first time we mentioned Alibaba on this report, and there will be many times more that will mention Alibaba. And in this case, we talk about baggage carousels. So let me take a look from Bulem, or if you did near your computer, you can do a quick breakdown of waiting carousel costs. So you see, a lengthy time was spent trying to get this cost benefit analysis, doing research of some magnitude for make sure say we get it right. So let me take a look at another page. We will show you Alibaba, where most of these things will have been bought. Because again, remember from the beginning of this program, we talk something about money value. When you spend your money, you expect value in return. Your money you spent and goods or services rendered or served should be commensurate. Even if you're not commensurate, the gap should not be wide enough. I buy $500 ticket for first class, I'd expect first class treatment. But instead of I get leg space, when one of the reasons why I buy first class ticket, I go get a tight space. That is not right. It's not commensurate with my money and what you tell me about the service. So let's have a quick look and see whether we go find carousels, because these are all the magic words the way they use, where it sound like we will never get through over with this. If you understand what I mean, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look at the second one. We'll come back again and put this other screen on board. Let's share another one with you now. And just a quick reminder, we get 110 people they watch live. We get roughly about 43 on Facebook. We'd expect the number to multiply. And YouTube don't become our biggest fan base. Because every time we do it now, it's more of YouTube. And then the videos can run thousands later. We also want to get other side and for watch, but please, would they ask una this broadcast is so important. Please help for share. Whether you are for or against, I mean, posterity will have to judge us. Yeah, it's not based on sentiment, it's just based on hard fact. Let me share this carousel and show the cost quickly with Fambulem. So una bear with me once more, if you will, please. If you will, please, bear with me. Okay, let's see whether we can share this again quickly. Let's share this quickly. Okay, there it is. So Fambulem, this tell you actually the work that is being done. There is no malice, no malice at all. This is a group of concerned Sierra Leoneans, them patriotic Sierra Leoneans, them who think that the truth must be told. This is not the site where they call Alibaba, and this not the cost for carousels. You can look now, they get all kind of quality carousels, all kind of quality. And if you want to talk about Western carousels, you got to remember, say China, now the biggest market, and then they make for the Western side of things. And this is where people shop. You can get value for money. If you want 1 pound yuan or $1 yuan, you go get them. If you want $10,000 yuan, you will get it. But basically, this is the carousel, that baggage thing where they go round and round, as soon as I can see. So when you look Tete, remember say now length, size, durability, and etc., but you get basic. So you can see the pictures for yourself. So in between, you can get far more cheaper ones. Let's be honest, far more cheaper ones. But let me look at what it look like. Say we get. Look at this one for example. Roughly between 30 and 50,000, $30 and $50,000. Where's the picture? Roughly $30 and $50,000, and this is it. And this is not what we get. Let me just try for sure an example quickly, but that's not even what we get. Yeah. So let me go back again to carousels and deal with them quickly because we really need to move on. But here are carousels of all kinds, and when I can see the prices, them 30 to 50,000, 50,000. You even get 2,400. Look at this one. 2,400, between 2,400 to 5,000. So this is it. So let's just come back quickly again to the report, Famulem. And I promise when I say this report, we will do them into 2 parts because I don't want to tire people them out. And it's so interesting that what we don't do, we see people and glue to them. And this is something that people then go enjoy. And we don't want to make it too long, in one go. So we'll get for break the report for another day, probably tomorrow, but we'll put the announcement out. But let me just done with this first part of the report quickly. It involves a lot of work. It's not easy to be done, but we are happy that it's been done because why? We feel a sense of duty. We feel a sense of duty. So let's just go back again to what we shaped earlier on. We now the graph for the breakdown. And the graph for the breakdown. Yeah, here we are. Okay. So we may talk about baggage carousels, which I just demonstrate just now. And when I see them, 10,000, 20,000, 35,000. So if we now look at this report, this is where we are. Baggage, highlight for una. Baggage carousels. And this is not the entire thing. Like what you show una see them for una self. Yeah. So you can get them for 35,000. This again a rough estimate. We can even say 50,000. But in this case, we select the 35,000 one because if you look, okay, I really need for share the screen with you, so una go there with me and understand where exactly I am going with this. Una bear with me, please. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen with you guys. This thing we do one together. Jaran one we do one together. Jaran one we do one together. Okay, I think it's been shared now. So now also we did, I mean, they talk about baggage carousels. Yeah, Fambulem. So I just show now the Alibaba site. Who said they sell almost all of these things. So if you go there, una see the price for una self. It's 20,000, 10,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. We look at many ones, then they will look exactly like what we get. Remember now, in the absence of we receipts and the legal agreement to this airport, we haven't seen it. So they make estimates on the basis of professionalism, cost analysis, and benefit of this airport. So the baggage carousels then cost 35,000 a piece. We get two. So if we now look there, that 2 day will cost we nothing else but $70,000. Remember, we can even push them further and go for the higher one, 50,000. 50,000. That's such a huge sum. But for a huge project that costs 270 million, we get two. Multiply down there by two again. Now 100,000. But for the benefit of this report, which was carefully constructed, professionally done, we go keep to them figure there because we believe in these figures. 70,000. Let's take a look at plumbing. Plumbing amounts to 50,000. $50,000. Remember, everything is costed in dollars. And this now again, now an approximate amount. The electrical cables, circuit boards, switches. No, you put them full up with them kind of thing there. Circuit boards, because it's electronics. That's what's being used at the airport. Waiting on the cost. Again, we can go to Alibaba, we can see them things in there. Or we can even go to other sites where you think you trust. And this, if you're really concerned and you want to prove we're wrong, don't be hysterical. Try for do your own due diligence. Try for look into what we say today and see whether we've gone wrong, whether we've got it wrong, we are going wrong, or something else. Because we know people can be divisive. But electrical cable, circuit board, switches, and etc., it costs 300,000. Again, another approximate amount. Now, if we factor all of this, and this is not just one table, where we title Table 1A, where the title for Table 1A is Estimated Cost and Analysis for New Freetown, again, new in inverted commas, but estimate New Freetown International Airport. So we don't give another first breakdown there. And that first breakdown, when the calculation is done, it's just close to 17 million. 17 million. But to be exact, again, when I see the figure now, let me see whether I can highlight them. Yeah, this is it down here. Now, sure, say when I see that, that's $16,801,250. So round them up, 17 million. This is what it is. All of these things name. Just go over them again quickly. Just the names, no complete breakdown. Of course, we agree, say cost for land, now free. We give them the land. Cost for stone and sansan, we give them, because we get them utete. Cost for transporting stone and sansan, 1 million. And cost for transporting or bringing the goods them where we not get us alone from abroad for the construction of this airport, we also put them in again at 1 million. And so far and so on. All of these things, shipping costs to bring equipment, machines, and vehicles used in Sierra Leone, customs to clear equipment, machines, and vehicles. In the case of custom, we assume say there was a waiver by the Sierra Leone government. Cost of all fixtures and fittings, furnitures. This include tile, paint, timber, wooden floor, door, window, and lighting, tables, chairs. Of course, furnitures generally, fittings, window, domot, blah, 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 fixtures, lights, switches, and you name it. All of that, roughly 2.5 million. And all of these cement for laying the blocks, cement for plastering and flooring, iron rod and other iron them, 5,000 tons, computer systems and TV screens, baggage carousels, plumbing, electrical cables, circuit boards, switches, etc. The total for this, subtotal, is $16,801,000. All of this, bear in mind, in a $16 million, a $270 million airport. Famulem, like I say, this is really interesting. It's really, really interesting. And like I say again, I really don't want to make this long. I want to make a part 2 to this. And we will put the flyer out. This is very important. This is key. This is about the future of our country. And there is more to this. There is more to this. This report is a concrete report done by professionals. Where we don't done for broadcast them, we go publish them. And we go ask Freetown whether there are newspapers that are willing to publish this report. But it will be published. We will publish them at the then and now media, because it's important for Leone also have a copy, a look at this report. And again, there's a lengthy part to be done. I can give you a gist, but I no want to make this a particular one too long and boring. Although interesting, I see people are glued to it. I see the number, you know, yeah, the rise. Now, how you call them now? WhatsApp, no WhatsApp on YouTube. But there is much more to this report. This is not just one of the table where I read to. We get table 1A. Now we just deal with table 1B. We go announce shortly when we did one. Una keep an eye out for this, because the deeper we dive into this, the more interesting, the more suspect, the more angry I believe some people will become. Because that happiness day, where we all been get, including myself, still happy that we get airport, but the cost is not commensurate to the airport. And this now they try for proof now, and there's much more for that we talk about. Because in the end, we will talk about the cost and benefit analysis of this new airport. We'll break down everything to you in figures. Not to yap. Everything will be broken down in figures. So there is so much to it. Now, just table 1A. We get table 1B, we get table 2, we get table 3, and then we get table 4. Imagine this. So maybe tomorrow, yes, I think tomorrow, probably 5 or 6 o'clock, but we'll watch out for the flyer. So at least we'll not make this too long. I think we've done an hour and 15 minutes. Let we make them an hour and 30 minutes, not so. We'll do an hour and 30 minutes. That's fair enough. So an hour and 30 minutes, let's see whether we can cover another table. And this will be table 1B, another interesting one. And now that may make up the one suspend them until tomorrow, because this one back, table 1B, is so interesting. Table 1B encompasses the cost and analysis, as well as table 1A and all the tables them for the Freetown International Airport. Famulem, we get something we call bitumen, that are the asphalt, which we call coal tar. Remember? Coal tar, we can pave the road with. What we get here is we assume that 4,000. Let me share this screen with you now. This is quite interesting. And like I say again, I want to let the program be interactive, so when I see for myself. Just before I go into this, there are many comments, and I know there will be pros and cons. Of course, this is what we're looking for. And on this platform, we can highlight them, because that can help we as well for know what we do, whether we write or how we go about them. We do learn from this, and we know our feedback. And family, will not forget to help for shape. And when they send greetings and when they make comments, please say where you are calling from, where you talk from, you watch from. Okay. So let's go to we comment them. Please don't forget to support the platform. Please don't forget to support the platform. You can send me stars. Then start. Remember, everything is cost. And today, na cost now we talk about it. So everything is cost. So meaning they ask for exorbitant contribution. This is not just for help for offset the cost, because information is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. We need to get no sponsorship from anyone. We depend on we audience. So you can send we stars, 50p, $1, $2, $3 stars. That help we for underwrite the cost. Thank you very much. G4. Welcome, TNN. Welcome, G4. Many thanks. Abubakar Masare, watching from Holland. Many thanks. Abu, how you do? I hope all is well. Good evening to you as well, brother. Maureen Lovejoy. Maureen Lovejoy. Wow, it's a beautiful name, and it seemed like the first time I'm seeing this name. But many thanks for watching, Maureen, all the way from the United States of America. I wonder which state is that, Maureen, but please help to spread the good word about TNN in the US, if you will, please. Idris Toure, hello, Mr. Prince. Yeah, hello, Idris. How are you, sir? I hope all is well. Alpha Mamadou Ba. Alpha Mahmoudou Ba. Good evening at TNN Media. Good evening, Alpha. How are you, sir? I hope all is well. Welcome at Fuda Sisi. At Fuda Sisi. Yes, Fuda, how are you? I hope all is well. Many thanks for that. Hassan Jallo, good evening to you. So it's mostly greetings, which we really appreciate. How are you and the family at Fuda Sisi, sir? Well, the family is doing well. Many thanks for asking, and I hope yours is doing well as well. Alpha Madu, thank you, Abubakar Mansari, huge amount. Wow, yeah, many thanks. Okay, Ahmed Kamara, welcome back, my brother. Your analyses are all making so much sense. Thank you for your patriotic role. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed Kamara, for watching. Yeah, I think Ahmed Kamara is from New York or somewhere. I think I've got the name wrong, but many thanks, Mr. Ahmed Kamara. Usman Conte, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Conte. Brother Abubakar Mansare, true brother Prince, tell them. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Maureen Lovejoy, just like Trump. Interesting. Peter Dowda. The Mamama Airport project will have been a bottomless pit of corruption. I mean, Peter, I wish you could make the case for how it will have been a bottomless pit of corruption. And again, when you make them comments in I will advise that you be careful in the sense that you have not substantiated anything other than just made, this, wide body of comment. But the reason why I say you should be careful, even though you're entitled to that, is not to the people that will initiate the Mamama project will have come for run the project. It was unfortunate for them that the project fall into a new government who will have been responsible for supervise them, even renegotiate the deal. That's common sense, Peter. Come on. Abubakar Masari, New Airport. Good evening. Good evening. Mixer the Mixer. Yes, Mixer the Mixer. Good evening to you as well. Well done, Prince. Mixer the Mixer. Many thanks for that. Abubakar Masari. Lunge Airport is standard for that amount. That is what they told us, Prince. Okay. Yeah, and we heard them. NIG, big money. Okay. They look for comment there now. Antonia Davis, another new looking name. But welcome, Antonia. I hope I pronounced your name well. His Excellency has done well. Well, yeah, we're not saying he's not done well. You're right. He's built an airport, but there was also an airport to be built for the same money from scratch, which will have been a hub. But with what we are seeing and trying for custom, this is what we are looking at. Yes, there's an airport. Well, many thanks for that comment, Antonia. Usman Kamara. Bill and his wife have connived with this company to build the airport with our money and tell us that 6 to 7 times the money spent is the company's, so that for the next 25 years, the company will manage the airport on behalf of Bill and his wife. These people hate Sierra Leone with passion. I'm not sure about the hate, but some of what you said does make sense. 25 years at that cost, who benefits? Who benefits? That's the question. Killing the people. It is sad to see and hear that. Painful, my people. Yeah. Martha Bangura is watching. Martha Bangura, where are you watching from? Many thanks and good evening. Prince, you are doing justice to us. Thanks for that. Thank you, Mr. Mansari. Usman Kamara, remember that cement was not at 150,000 when the project started. Many thanks for that. So I believe, was it below 150,000 or above 150,000. But at the same time, give or take, plus or minus, Mr. Kamara, good observation, but now it make every material used is double costed just for accommodate that plus or minus. But many thanks for that. Okay. Welcome, sorry. Prince, you must say the new airport. Okay, I say the new airport, Mr. Mansari. Peter Dowd, good evening all. Good evening, Peter. Masiri Medley, God, good help us. Good help us. No explanation. Masiri Medley again. Mama Airport will have been better than this junk to rob our people. Okay. Moses A. Kamara, great work, bravo. Let's get through this quickly and cut through the chase. This government come to mortgage our people on Siri Medley. Okay. So yes, 20 years ago, I agree with Brother Abubakar Mansari. This would have been in deep secrecy. What a shame. I am feeling sad and angry. But even today, a lot of it is in deep secrecy. But we are familiar with some of the things, and God help and bless social media because we are able to come out, and God also helped that we've got very professional people who are very open, very professional in terms of their vocation, and not much that you can hide from us. And this is exactly what we do. We challenge them for come out with the reality and debunk waiting with the sinner, because this is professional. This is costed. I make with the share the graph them or the table them with you now. Many thanks for that. True, it is AYVN 98.1. A show coming. Oh my God, God bless TNN. May God bless TNN. Okay, many thanks for all your, Maureen Lovejoy, South Carolina, originally Massachusetts. Well, greetings to the other side of the Atlantic. Many thanks for that. Mohammed Toure is watching. My brother, many thanks, Mr. Toure. Thanks for watching. Martha Bangura is watching from London. Many thanks to you all for watching. Like I say, make I just do the second table, and then we go suspend the program for another day. Not make it too long and boring, but this is important. And please share the message, because tomorrow again, most likely, we'll come out. And if we are coming out, we share the flyer, probably the same flyer with a different date or a different shape, so it doesn't appear to people we muscle memory, they tell you, say, well, are the same, so you not bother for look. So there might be a slight difference. But many thanks for watching. Let's get back into this report. Let me share that second screen with you now. We want to do table 2. Let's do table 2. Yes, here is table 2. So we'll be talk about bitumen. That are the asphalt, we commonly in our country we call coal tar. So you get 5 million of them. They assume that 4 million square area of bitumen asphalt now in the use for construct the taxi runway. And a taxi runway normally, I think the length of it's about 6,000 feet. It's about 6,000 feet. So that also was factored into the construction of this runway for comeback for determine say this now the quantity that was used for construct the taxi or the runway. And then the paving of other areas. Remember, say we complain about dust and some other area, but all the places then we then pave. The rough estimate, this is what it is: a total of 6,800 meter length times 60 meter average width was paved. So what thing we established now is like, to every 1 drum of bitumen, and the bitumen, let me not get confused, it just mean coal tar, which was used, or asphalt, which was used, 200 kilogram will cover 320 meter square of pavement. And we assume that 12,500 drums now in the use at a price of $400 per drum. So if now $400 per drum, with all this quantity for make that runway, we price them at 5 million. At 5 million. Not forget this. Keep on your mind. The next one, as soon as you see, now escalator. This wonderful escalator. Remember when they construct this thing, you get people there when they go, hey, boy, you see the step they move. Hey, escalator, escalator. Well, all well and good. I mean, it's hours and one have you. Some part of it may look very munku to me, where some people then go to toilet. I mean, the propaganda became distasteful. Hey, but when you see toilet, one day we'll not see. I mean, propaganda of that kind is so distasteful that you just make yourself look rubbish, and the people that you try for propagate for, you just make themselves look rubbish. I don't think therefore don't allow such tips to be released because that was really, really comical. But anyway, it was done. It didn't have social media. It's on the people that we do but escalator, we price them at $60,000. That's for two. Remember, say we get two. We go back again now the internet. We look now Alibaba, where I will share with you now shortly. The price for escalator, it range from between 9,000 to 30,000. And if we get two at the airport, from a conservative figure, as one can see inside the table, then 2 times 30, simple mathematics, military mathematics, man. But at least that tells we say now $60,000. And let's share this screen before they come back again to this graph, so that we actually see the escalators that we talk about. Similar thing what we do with the carousel. Let's see whether we can share with screen again. Yeah, let's share our screen again. So we see carousel. We don't see carousel now. They can't see escalator and the cost. Escalator and the cost. So what they do now, with a back with statement them with facts, references. So there are no ifs, there are no buts. No ifs, no buts. Okay. I just want to show you a runway quickly, not in picture terms, but just basic Google. Okay, as soon as I can see now the screen again. A runway of at least 6,000 feet in length is usually adequate for aircraft weights below approximately 200,000. This might not sound interesting to you, but we will talk about like 6,000 feet, and then it is taking an aircraft way below 200,000. And 200,000, and not a military runway, where they bring them heavy equipment and they. So at least the runway where we get 6,000 feet and the length. Now in we do the estimate with so a body bate, the length and the width, and that's what we use for custom. But let me go back again to another slide where I want to share with you now. What will we talk about just now? Now the wonderful escalator, Donald Trump. The moment I was coming down the escalator. If you now remember that. So let's go into the escalator. Let's go to the escalator. Where's the escalator? Come on now. Yeah. This is what we do at the den now. So Fambula, as you can see now on the screen. Again, this is now Alibaba. Alibaba is almost the equivalent for, not almost, the equivalent for all these online trading shop them, be it Amazon, be it eBay. This is massive. Remember, say the population, the southeast of the world, yeah? And they talk about Asia, Southeast Asia. So I find the Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Indians, and things like that. Now they trade Sidon. And are they other people and they go buy. Anyway, Alibaba, now one of them famous shopping place. This is global, by the way. And you defend anything where you want there. Trust me, anything where you want, it are. So as soon as I can see, these are the escalators them of various shapes, sizes, lengths, and widths. So you get the one that we approximate for shopping centers, stroke airport, and one that went just for private offices and things like that. So let me look one way we think is appropriate for airport, okay? Look like this is not residential cost. And escalator residential. I they look for one way now shopping mall and airport because then I go get plenty people them. Plenty people them. Elevator commercial. This is now one commercial one. Una see am? So commercial go mean it most likely na then train station and then underground station. So it carry thousands and thousands of people. Very durable, very strong. Look at the price. 8,009 to 9,005. Take a look at this one. Okay, this is now for shopping mall. And look at the cost. 25,000, roughly estimate between 15,000 and $25,000. Between 15,000 and $25,000. Look at this. Look at this one. Between 7,000 and $25,000. And they get a few more of them varying shape, size, and kind. Look at this one. Highest is 13,000, and so forth and so much. So the one where I don't see most high naya now 25,000. See? So we get two of them. Goodness me. We have two of them. So let's take the highest one within a winner 25,000. Winner for shopping mall, where it can be used for the equivalent of an airport for care baggage. And even long, the one within our airport, we get two of them, not so. I'm not making this up when I don't see we airport. So cost that today at 25,000. I think the report itself is being generous, very, very generous, because they put them at 30,000. So you see, we double cost the item. And once we double cost the item from 30,000, we get two. So it turned to waiting 60,000. 60,000. And they try for share the graph with tonight again. This is a very, very interesting report from Bulen. And like I say, that's something where we go publish, we wanna all go get hands on. There's no more secrets. Not much that you can keep secret. And we need for continue for begin for demand. Continue for demand. For accountability and other things then. So like I've been say, it was established on the internet. Now also we did. Highlight and for una, so una go follow. On the internet, on Alibaba, the price per escalator, it range from between 9,000 to 30,000. And we have used 30,000 for each just to be conservative. So that give we 60,000. 60,000. We come to the cost for 1.8 megawatt solar power panel. 1.8 megawatt solar power panel. That come at a cost of $40,000. For every 1.8 megawatt, equal to 1,800,000 watts. And that now something where you can cost at 30 cents US dollar. 30 cents US per watt. So when you multiply down the 1.8 by the 1.8 million, it give you $540,000. That's not the cost. So you come to battery for solar system, you get 1,800,000 watt energy storage container. That may come at a cost of 720,000. So if you get 1.8 megawatt, we equal to 1.8 million watts at 40 cents or so per watt, it gives you 720,000. You get the solar system installation kit, which cost 50,000, and this is an approximate figure. The same is true for the solar system cable circuit boards, which we cost at $200,000, which is also an approximate figure. And then you get a cost for the roof, which is on an approximate basis cost 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 million. So you get the boarding bridge. This is now another one, because this now then thing they show the modernity of the airport, because after all we had an airport, but we raised the level, the standard of the airport, because previously we not been getting the boarding bridge. The boarding bridge now inside that thing where the plane can park, where they can park to the plane, where you know get for what kind of the cold tower or Puda can take you for carry go na the terminal. So now you walk out through that in the straight into the airport, and then you go through the process of immigration and custom, and then you find your way out if you are legit. So what do we see? We get two of them, and then two the day, then cost boarding bridge cost based on internet research. This is based on 750,000. Okay, so we get two of them. So one of them, based on internet research, it costs 750,000 US dollar per unit, which means that one single one, and we get two. So if we multiply those two by 750, which is the cost per unit, it gives we 1.5 million. The fuel cost for machines and vehicles, okay, during the construction, up, down, and what have you. It's also put at a cost of 1.6 million. It's also a machine there for go so cancel, make under, come under, all calculated in length, meters, and you name it. It's factored in this report. So on an approximate basis, for the cost for fuel, the machine them and the vehicle them, 6 million. We also look at labor for the SUMA staff. SUMA, for those of you who don't know, are the people that we construct the airport, the people that we seed the airport to for 25 years after they spent $270 million. As we were told, we are yet to see the evidence to that effect other than the structure, and that structure now is being questioned. So until we see the breakdown, we are providing the breakdown here, and there are many people who can do this. In one small breakdown, SUMA staff, we assume say 3.6 million now in the spend per the staff, about 50 of them. We assume say about 50 of them, and we refer to them as generally foreign staff. And so now say foreign workman, then it can be how you call them expatriates. So their own cost for run them or forget them, it can be more than the other people and like the local staff. So about 50 approximately workman them for SUMA, expert them, we put them at $3,000 per month. That's on average. Monthly is $150. I say 150, pardon me, 150,000. So for 24 months, what they use for complete the project, we put and say a amount to $3.6 million. This is not the total sum of wage paid to the 50 foreign workmen that we can work, where approximately they were being paid, as per we estimate, $3,000 per month on average. So when you compare down there with 150,000 in the 24 months, we then work for the country, for build the airport, for where they use for complete the project, the total came to $3.6 million. Labor on the Sierra Leonean side, in other words, with local staff, we get this figure of almost 3.5 million, because we assume say again back, the SUMA company will be responsible for the airport, still responsible for the airport, then build them, now then they run them. They employed over 300 Sierra Leonean staff. And we also put the cost for the Sierra Leonean staff as per individual at 1 million leones. Pardon me, and these are the old leones. The old leones now we use as per 1 million. This 1 million, it give we a total of 300,000. Okay, 300,000 old leones per month, and 7,200,000. 7,200,000 for 24 months to complete. In this case, this is where the conflict can arise. They use old leones, and the people that will construct the report, they then go to length. I make a report we say we go release to the general public at the appropriate time, so that you lay hands on them. Because imagine you get for compare the cost of old leones therefore convert this to that, from that to dollar, and then people them, the amount of people that we work, distinguish between local and expats, the payment difference, factor that, multiply them. Anyway, on with Sierra Leonean side for the 24 months that the project lasted for letting complete the project with approximately Sierra Leonean staff, local staff employed by Suma company. We say roughly the salary came about $3.5 million. About $3.5 million. So the total now we 18,198,571 So which I want for Leone not forget. Remember, say the earlier cost where we do with other material, then this now the baggage carousel, computer system, iron rod, and you name it, plumbing, electrical cables, etc. It amounted to just under 17 million, $16,801,250. In this last one, the subtotal came to 18,198,571. Now, the way the report was compiled, it compiled between, it tried to distinguish between the project in own cost as per the work done, not by Suma Brothers in this sense. Remember that the idea behind this project, and they talk about this report now that I am dealing with, is for Shose or for ask question whether really 270 million was spent. So as per the estimate, where we say our estimate as soon as I can see now, it's just roughly about $35 million, slightly less. So provision for any underestimate or cost, keep in mind, please take a look at the last three sections of this table. Estimated cost, we don't do the rough estimate them, approximate estimates. We don't get 18 million, we don't get 16 million. So when they say we estimated cost, it amount to 34 million or 34,999,821 dollar. On top of this, provision is being made on the estimate that will have occurred in terms of the compilation and work done for bring this report into reality, so that there won't be any ifs and buts. So what this report also factor is 100% of your estimate and cost, 34,999,821. Total, waiting this mean is with the estimate as per this report, as per this conversation that we have now, with the estimate say the cost plus the provision for any underestimate or cost center, it amounts to 69,999,642. So if we now look at the two costs, this one, which is the estimated cost from then two table, and the way we read table 1A and table 1B, this now the cost we give it 34,999,000. We double that amount there on the basis for any underestimate. You don't want to see this? Double the cost. Not to provide a quarter of the initial. No, it would double cost. Again, for lay aside the questions or doubting Thomas's the perception. And at that give we 69,999,642. And I will end on this note until tomorrow. As una don't see from table 1A and B, what we do an extensive research for come up with the best estimated cost for every cost center where we able to identify. We also do this together with the approximate size of the airport, as I tell you earlier. Professional people, this is what they do. They don't need for the way they construct the airport. They can come and look at the map. They can come and look at the architecture, the drawings, and they can cost them. And furthermore, they can become even closer to the point if they visit the physical structure and able to talk to the foreman, them, the contractor, them, how many stone we lay under, how many iron rod we put under, or they get the figure before them. The figure before them. So they're able to determine. So it is on this basis that they'll be able to put together the approximate size of the airport after they don't do the desktop research of all the prices, then take an erudite approach, a constructive approach in approximating the cost. And that cost is from table 1B, the best estimated initial investment cost, the best Fambulen, now 34,999,821 million dollar. Now, for allow any underestimate, I just repeat this for effect because that's what I just said. Then also factor another 34,999,821 million dollar. In other words, then double the cost. The cost has been doubled. Just in case people say, no, well, Siemens, have been 300,000. Where of course it not been 300,000. So make it 300,000. So you see, doubling the cost. For allow for any underestimate or any cost which probably may not have been included or we miss. Now it make the thoughts it occurs say, well, let we double this cost. It only makes sense. And waiting this amount to is like 100% of the best estimate initial investment cost. As a result of adding the provision for any underestimate or any other cost center, which may probably have not been included, the best estimated initial investment cost, waiting this report come up with is a total estimated cost, investment cost of 69,999,000 and 642 US dollar. What in this figure mean is that would have been the cost for this airport, which means that there is 200 million short. I go left on this basis for today, but the report still continue and we will continue most likely tomorrow. So keep an eye out. Let's make this interesting. We don't spend about 1 hour and 50 minutes. I think with this kind of a report, good for give people in time for absorber. Okay. It really good for give people in time to absorb a report of this magnitude because it's complex, full of figures, and there is so much more for let you absorb. Okay, there's so much more for let you absorb, so much more for let yourself go sit down and try for figure out. So on this note, I want for Leone to join me again tomorrow, or most likely. Yes, I think I the planner for tomorrow. Let's see. Let me take one last comment. 270 million for repair a runway. Na real rip off to the nation. Thinking of giving part of the land to foreigners for even 5 years, not a problem. Yes, Mr. Mohamed Turia, I agree with your sentiment expressed. And we will come to this at the report towards the end, and conclusion or advice or proposals will be made. But for now, this is what you will get for Una. Don't forget for tuning and help for continue for Shebam, because you get some people in a watch, they can't watch, but then go like for watch them later. So please help me for share this program. In behalf of the then and now, until we see again, I believe very shortly, you take care. God bless you and God bless the country. Thanks for watching.